Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode for the Vibes del Alma podcast. Here with your hostess, Ashley Leilania Rodriguez. And today it's going to be more of a mini talk and guided meditation. So, what I mean by that is, in the beginning, I'm going to be speaking about the womb and jealousy. And then, after the little spiel and the little talk that I have, I will be doing a guided meditation for you to connect with the womb and to connect even further with that wound of jealousy within your womb space and how to sit with it, how to understand where it's coming from, and how to maybe even process it in order to let it go, right? But the first step is to always acknowledge that it's there, it's to always see it for what it is. And I think that we can all relate to wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard. And if we're jealous and we're just pushing it away, like, no, 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 I can't feel this. This is wrong. It's not okay for me to feel this. I understand and I agree, to an extent, right? I feel that way too, where I'm like, I don't want to feel jealous. Like, why am I feeling jealous? And at the same time, that's just my body communicating with me, right? Like, my body's letting me know parts of myself that I have felt unworthy of. My body's letting me know what it is that I truly desire by this jealousy, whether I have been able to acknowledge that or not, right? Like, what is it that this other person has in their life, in their reality, that I feel like I'm lacking and I really want in my life as well, And I feel like a lot of times when it comes to jealousy, we have this scarcity mindset, right? It's really the scarcity, man, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. All of the abundance that you're ever meant to have already exists. It just depends on whether or not you're looking at the right places, right? There's 80% of the ocean that has yet to be discovered by scientists, or at least talked about, right? And who knows, maybe Atlantis is there, maybe there's a whole treasure chest, maybe there's Venusian people swimming in the oceans, I don't know. And I feel like the same thing applies with abundance, with the things that we desire, with the things that we want. We don't have it right now because we have things to work through. We don't have it right now because maybe we're not giving voice, giving attention, giving space for the things that our body's calling us to notice. And even though sometimes in this society we feel like emotions are not good, you have to control your emotions. To an extent, yes, right? You don't want to explode in front of someone's face and throw a chair at them or something. But at the same time, if you're doing that, it's because there's so much emotion that you've pushed away, that you've tried to control, that you haven't heard, that you haven't seen, that you haven't given space for, that you're literally popping, you're literally exploding. So all of that just to say that jealousy is another one of our emotions that are complex. And I don't even want to bring the terminology of lower vibrational emotions, because what's low vibration? What is that? Something sad? We feel sad because of the fact that we love something so much that now it's lost. Because of something dark? Well, the only way that we can find ourselves truly is in the dark, in silence, in contemplation. And there's a lot of this or that, black or white, out there in the world. And I think that the way that we can actually heal as a society, as a consciousness, is to realize that that's not a thing, really, that it should be together. There's a grayscale, the same way like there is a spectrum of light. And when we're thinking about lower vibrations, well, technically, red is a low vibration, and we see it. We see that color, right? Because we're meant to see it, because we're meant to work with that vibration, that frequency, that color, that archetype in our life. And I personally feel like, and then, if you think I'm wrong or you think incorrectly, that's fine. This is another perspective. The color red, right, can be about anger. It can be about pain. It can be about suffering. It can be about addiction. And it can be about passion, about ecstasy, about love making, It can be the spark that you need, that fire that gets you going. It just depends on how you're using it. And again, the red, the lower vibrational color that we can see with our eyes, that we're meant to see because we're meant to interact with this. The shadow version, which I also don't like the term shadow, but here we are, would be that anger, that frustration. And then, but that serves, that has a purpose as well. That frustration lets you know where boundaries have been crossed, where you have had expectations that people didn't meet, what was realistic and what wasn't. And then through working with that, you can find your passion. You can find what you're passionate about. You can find what you love and value. And the same thing happens with jealousy. Back to jealousy and the womb, right? So jealousy is this trickster type of emotion where it's like you want to hear your friends' successes. You want to be there for them. And then they tell you, hey, I got this big break. And you're like, I want to be happy for you, but I'm jealous. I want to be happy for you, but my heart is quenching. I want to be happy for you, but I can't smile authentically right now. And it's not because you have ill intent for this person. Not at all. It's because you haven't accepted that you are worthy of also having that same thing. You're jealous, you feel threatened, not because somebody else is doing this and this belongs to you. Nothing belongs to anybody. You know how many reggaeton artists there are out there? You know how many fashion designers there are out there? There's a crap ton. There's a lot. I'm pretty sure Shein has a crap ton of fashion designers because they're always coming out with new trends. It can't just be one person. It literally cannot be one person. If Shein only has one person, that person's a genius. They're the Albert Einstein of fashion. It's not possible. So everyone has their niche. Everyone has their gift. And it's not something that you can just like study and take quizzes and figure out. It's something that you have to live through. It's something that forms and blossoms into on its own. You are here as a seed, and the experiences that you have in your life and the emotions that you go through, that you process properly and move through in your life, are the earth, the nutrients, and the water that help you blossom as a beautiful flower so you can be your authentic self. There's thousands of roses out there, and none of them are the identical same. There's different colors. There might be very slightly different fragrances. Some of them are genetically, modified, and that's okay, I guess. We're the 21st century after all. But, one rose is not better than another rose. They're just both meant to be roses. And I don't know about you, but when I have flowers at my home, I usually tend to grab multiple of them to have a fuller picture. There can be multiple women doing the same thing. Multiple of them, just like how there's a bunch of reggaeton artists. And this kind of goes into a different message as well of like, if someone else is doing what it is that you dream and you're jealous about it, don't let that deter you from following your dreams anyways. There is enough space for everyone to do this. Everyone has dreams for a reason, and you're meant to follow your dreams regardless if a friend of yours is also following that same path. So just know that. And the thing is that honestly, my belief is if you feel jealous that someone is doing something, that person is usually a mirror as well. So that person might have also felt jealous or might feel jealous soon when you share one of your accomplishments. Because I have had experiences where I have multiple friends or multiple people that I talk to that are in similar interests that I am. And then some of them will tell me, hey, I'm doing XYZ. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I'm here for you. I love you. I'm so glad that you're doing this. I'm so happy we can learn about this together. Let's help each other. And then I have other people that, again, share that they are down the same path as I am, but for whatever reason, I feel jealous. And I honestly believe that if you feel jealous about someone, it's because they might have felt jealous about you at some point as well. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't. Emotions are valid. And just because you're jealous doesn't mean that you're going to screw somebody over. It's what you do with that emotion that matters. Like, are you going to be upfront with yourself? Are you going to be upfront with the other person? Are you going to be authentic moving forward? Are you going to work it through? Like that, the after effect is really what's important here, right? Because if I'm angry because someone didn't pick up the dishes. Like, some people get angry about that, some people don't. Just like if you're true in yourself, you wouldn't get angry about that. But anyways, all that to say that a lot of times when you feel jealous about somebody else, is because they also have jealousy within them. And if you feel jealous about someone else, it might not even have to do anything with them. It might just be the fact that you haven't felt worthy enough to accept that within your life, within your experience, within your reality. Maybe you don't think you're worthy enough of that yet, and you're jealous that somebody else did it because you've studied, you've worked hard, you've put in the time, you're trying to be authentic, you're trying to get yourself out there as an accomplished person that's not going to be a fraud. And here you have somebody else that just went for it. 1 year of experience, they just went for it. And you're here 5 years deep and you still haven't gone for it, and you're jealous because they're being successful and you're not. Well, girl, who told you to wait? Who told you to wait? No one. You told yourself to wait. So here we are. You're jealous because you are not feeling worthy about yourself. So all of that to say that you have to honor the jealousy emotion and you have to figure out where it's coming from. So this is the end of my spiel. And at this point, if you're driving, please, 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 you can listen in, but stay alert, stay awake, pay attention to the road. You can definitely take deep breaths, but your focus needs to be on the road. If you're not driving, now would be a great time for you to just get into a comfortable seating position or laying position, whatever works for you. And all you have to do is just take a deep breath in. And when you breathe out, you're breathing down into your womb space. And if you like to put a hand there or both hands there, you can. That way, as you keep breathing in and breathing out, you're connecting your breath, the airflow, and your attention into your sacred womb space, the holder of all that is, all that is not, or that has been, all that will be, an infinite potential of anything. And as you keep connecting with your womb, think about a time or the last time that you felt jealous. And don't be afraid of the emotion. You are in a safe space. You're in your car. You're in your home. You're on your own. No one is judging you but you. And you can be that safe space for yourself. So just allow yourself to feel and remember that moment where you were jealous, where you felt jealousy. And let your body feel that, knowing that at any moment, if it's too much, you can always open your eyes. But if you're comfortable and you want to continue diving deep, you can keep them closed. You can stay in the moment. You can feel your womb, and you can feel the jealousy that's brewed up before in your heart and in your womb space. And just think about what that was that made you jealous. What was said? What was felt? What did the room look like? Were there people around or not? And really pinpoint what it was that you were actually jealous about. And now that you know what it was that you were jealous about at that time, ask yourself, What is it that you in your womb and your heart really need? How do you need to be seen? How do you need to be acknowledged? What can you do differently, thought-wise, in your life, so you can also experience that which you were jealous about? Is it putting yourself out there, going to a group of women to just get more friends, grow sisterhood? Do you need to just create your first event? Just put yourself out there. F it, go for it. What is it that you, your womb, your heart really need that the jealousy is trying to tell you and show you? As you get a clear vision and a clear understanding of what your heart, your womb, what you need that's being shown to you by this feeling of jealousy, just imagine, how would you feel like, how would life feel like if you did get what you wished for? If you did follow your dreams? If you did exactly what your heart and your womb is asking you to do, to be seen, to be recognized, to be worthy? How does that look like? How does that feel like? What would change? Now you can continue sitting with this vision. You can continue to feel that love and that blissfulness from getting exactly what you deserve. The world, your dreams, your desires, because you are worthy. And know that you can always come back to this meditation. You can journal about your experience. You can sit with yourself, with your thoughts, with the feelings. And if you're ready to come out of this, you can just bring yourself back to the place that you're in and take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just remember where you are on this earth, in the car, in a room, wherever that might be. And you can bring movement into your body as you open up your eyes a little bit, or as you take another deep breath. And now that we're done with the meditation, I just want to remind you that, again, jealousy is just showing you what you have been depriving yourself of. It's showing you what you might feel unworthy of receiving. And it's a door that you can open to talk with yourself as to what is it that my heart really wants in this moment. What do I want to experience and what can I do to get there? And that's all it is. That's it. You're still a beautiful human being with a beautiful heart. You're still a badass bitch. So go kill it, girl, and follow your freaking dreams. Alright? And journal about that too. When they become real, you're gonna be like, I fucking did this. I meditated, and here we are. I'm a bad bitch. Period. Thank you again for listening to this episode. Please share this with someone that you feel like might benefit from this conversation and this guided meditation, and also give us a rating, because the more ratings that this podcast has, the easier it is for other people to find Vibes del Alma. So thank you again, and kill it, girl.